card in.
Alright, Gator started his capture card. Sync up time. CTR, Captain Toad. CTR, Captain Toad. CTR, Captain Toad. We're going to be playing Paper Mario Passenger Door today, everybody.
Yeah! Let's do this!
Aww. Fine. Among Us!
Yeah!
Hey everybody, it's Pancake Man. Welcome back to yet another episode of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Co-op. I'm joined by, as always,
The James Rolls. Crap. Great Purpose Gaming. Crap. Winternet. Crap. Who am I?
Later Gator Q.
Who's that loser? Hi.
Today we're starting off the Crystal Cup. Just gonna switch characters again. Who are we gonna be this time? Sucks that we only have such a limited selection.
Yeah, it's not fun unlocking characters in this game.
Let's be Spyro.
Spyro.
Super playing Spyro.
It's the year of the dragon. This is the Spyro content I've promised this year.
Okay, real talk. The reward for beating Spyro 2 being a permanent flame power-up kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's like, you already finished the game. What good is this possibly going to do?
I mean, if you could bring it into a new playthrough, but you can't unless you abuse a glitch in the PS1 version of the game. Yeah. Which is impossible to do in the Switch and Xbox and PS4 versions.
I like that the Reignited trilogy does keep a lot of the cheat codes. Mm-hmm. That's pretty fun. But, man, I really wish they kept the swimming in air glitch somehow. Because that was so much fun in the original games.
I have another theory for why the capture card's still going.
Why?
It's probably saving the videos in a very small file format.
I'm a little worried.
Does that worry you too?
Huh?
I should stop talking, man. If you want, we can always switch USB drives after this.
I'm a little worried. I think it's fine.
It should be fine. I mean, you haven't had really that many issues with this capture card. Not as many issues as I have with my capture card, so.
I'm willing to bet it's going to run out of memory any second now.
Yeah, most likely.
Because, like, realistically, like, how long were the Mario Land footage was, like, what? Less than 2 hours in total?
Less than 2 hours, and even Pikmin wasn't really that long.
So yeah, we're probably getting close to the limit at this point.
Yeah, we really got to think about for how long we've actually been recording versus how long we think we've been recording.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we've finished 2 projects. That's a lot of footage. But in actuality,
both of them were at the very end, and Mario Land 2 is a very short game.
Yeah. But I'm glad I got some new flash drives anyway, because the ones I have back at home are kind of going to crap. This is a cool looking level. I love the one of my favorite things in gaming graphics are like reflective water on the ground. These are the puddles and stuff. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Roost tubes. So I'm assuming this is based off Ripperoo and things like that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think every boss has their own stage in this game, even Nitrous. So yeah.
Something funny about this game was that this was made by the original Crash developers, right?
Yes.
So.
Well, the original game was.
Yeah, the original version was made by the same team. They wanted to try and kill off the Crash Bandicoot series because their contract was expiring and they didn't want to continue working with Universal. So they made the villain an alien because they were like, okay, if we make him that way, no one's going to care about Crash anymore. We're going to jump the shark. It's going to be great. We want to work with this game anymore. But everybody loved the villain, so they want to keep Crash around.
I think one complaint I have about Crash 4 coming out right after this and being the definitive sequel was that it wiped out the majority of Crash's extended cast in the process of doing that.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of Crash's extended cast wasn't really that great, but characters like Nina and all that sort of stuff, they were good to have, you know. Though, have you ever seen Catacris's video of completing that game?
Oh boy. 100% that game is not fun. I'm not going to try.
I know I said in the last episode, but like, I tried finding Catacris, right, when I went to PAX one year, and I just could not, and I'm kind of disappointed because I was Heroes with my brother. They were born the same month, and they were both Crash fans.
Crash Bandicoot.
So only like born like a year or so, like a 2 or so years apart from each other too. So it's like, I really wanted to introduce them to my brother.
Subscribe.
Ah, shit. It's gonna blow up. Yep.
Do you watch Game Jump 2000?
I don't think so.
So she does some really fun challenge videos like Mario Odyssey Jumpless or...
Oh, I've seen the videos floating around, right?
Yeah, stuff like that. They did a video on finishing Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled without pressing the gas button. I'm not entirely sure how it worked, but it was still a really funny video.
I like watching videos on how to complete games like Pikmin with only one specific color type.
Yeah.
I feel like those videos are really fun to watch, how people have found glitches to make it possible. Because, okay, doing something like that glitchless would be impossible to do, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't even really know one glitch in the Blueless run, where you get the Pikmin over the edge and things like that to get that treasure on the corner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those armadillos. This is not one of my favorite stages. This is, again, another stage that was very popular in online matches, right? But, like, it really is not one of my favorites. I think it's the armadillos that really kill it for me.
I feel like you don't got a whole lot of room to drift in this one.
I know. In a game where you really have to, where the drifting is your best friend and hopping around is your best friend, right? It really didn't. It's just not that good for it. So, yeah.
One thing I also had to say, I'm not too fond of how on Switch version at least, it's the LR button for drift. It's the R button for drifting and not the ZR button.
Yeah.
It's a minor complaint, but still, it's a thing.
I don't know. I am so used to it right now. It's like it's like programmed into me that I have to press those buttons. I can't have it any other way.
Yeah. It's fine. It's just it's not game breaking or anything. It's just a little weird.
Yeah. And there we go.
Also, I just realized this game uses the D-pad for turning. We can use the SNES controller if we wanted to.
We could.
Next video? Next video we'll do that?
Next video, I think he's going to use the SNES controller.
Yeah! Pro gamer strats.
We'll see how well that turns out.
I will be the greatest Crash Team player in history.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite things, that you use other controllers for games that you're not supposed to use the controllers for.
Yeah.
That is so much fun.
That makes me think of that one New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe video where it starts off with me looking at the Joy-Con and like tossing one aside and using one Joy-Con on the side for the rest of the video.
Hey, honest here, I really hate holding Joy-Con sideways to play games.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable because of how close the buttons are together. They were made to be like this, and I get the gimmick right, but it just feels so much better to actually hold it like a controller. And I love how comfortable the Joy-Con grip feels, you know?
That's one big thing I hope they change the Switch to, is that, like, I love the Joy-Cons. They're truly unique. I hope the Joy-Cons on this next one are a bit bigger. Because, like, I got big hands. It's not comfortable holding them on the side for long periods of time when you're playing with family and things like that.
Yeah.
With everybody else in my family, it's fine because they have very tiny hands, but, you know.
I make fun of my little sister because she has really small hands. Back when a certain person was president, I would call her Trump hands. Because how smaller hands were, and I was told to stop making fun of her for it because of that. But it's like, her hands are really... Oh, God. It's been a while since I've actually played this specific course.
Yeah, this one's a little confusing.
It's another one of those little finicky ones. Yeah.
So speaking of politics, did you know that this person did this scandal?
Dear God. You know what? It is so freaking common for scandals to happen nowadays, and I'm just like, who hasn't been in a scandal yet?
Yeah.
You know? That's what it's just like, you know, the beginning of the year with you know what happening kind of just made me realize everybody's going to be in a scandal eventually, and it's just like, you Yeah, you can't really avoid it anymore.
At the risk of going into political jokes, I gotta tell a bit of a funny story.
Yeah.
So somebody I work with, like, we kind of bonded over like our distaste for a certain former president, and one of the things that we talked about at one point was the fact that they had apparently had requested the FBI to look into Jimmy Kimmel because of the jokes he was making about him. And it's like, you have all these actual national concerns and a TV.
Wait, how did I go the wrong way?
You went the wrong way.
Okay, well, never mind. Okay, but anyways, continue.
But like, a TV talk show host making fun of you is your biggest national concern. How petty can you possibly be?
I know. I hate this turn right here. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's very tight. Not that fun.
It's too tiny to actually perfectly drift. Oh my god. Did I just say another innuendo?
Oh my. And we thought the Mario Land project was the horny one.
Nah, this one's the horny one because you play a Spyro.
Oh my.
Get it? Get it? Cause he has horns!
But You ever see that meme where it's making fun of like political debates? It's the thing where SpongeBob and Patrick are like.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That was a big popular one to throw around back in 2016.
Yeah, I saw that one again during the debate this year, and it was really hilarious.
That was pretty much it, you know.
Pretty much.
It felt kind of embarrassing on both sides to watch that one.
Yeah.
Even seeing some of the clips, I love the clip where Biden mentions Trump sleeping with like a hooker or something, and Trump smiles like he's remembering it.
Oh boy,
that was hilarious. Sewer Speedway. This one, I know I say this a lot. I'm pretty sure this one was probably the most popular one, next to another.
How many popular stages were online in this game?
About 4. This is like the third one. So like this is probably the third most popular stages that from the online competitive scene, or well, when I would play online at least. Because I'm just recounting ones that I would see a lot, you know. So like this one, really popular. Everybody wanted this one.
I think the only time I played online this game, we were playing the Spiral track, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
Aside from playing with you, because we played. Okay, a bit of a story time with this. We've actually been talking about this project for years at this point.
I know. Don't want to go into the reasons why we waited so long, honestly, but
yeah. Long story short, we agreed it would be better to do this in person, and I'm glad we're doing it in person because we have like a very different chemistry recording wise when it comes to recording in person compared to online.
Yeah. But anyways, is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. But yeah, this project I think has been in the talks since 2019 actually. So
that sounds about right. I think that's around the time when it was around the time it was coming to Switch was when we first pitched it.
Yeah. And like, so this has like been a project we've been wanting to do for like a really long time. It almost feels kind of surreal that we're actually doing it, honestly.
Yeah.
This is the one project that I never thought we'd actually ever do. You know, I thought it would be on the back burner for like ever.
There's still a handful of projects we've talked about. So okay, since we're bringing it up, we have to talk about that thing. You remember the 1 year anniversary of G.A.M.E video?
Yep.
When we showed those silhouettes for the projects?
Yep.
We need to talk about that.
Yep.
Okay, so the Sneaking one, that was a bit of a joke. We had talked about that briefly, but it was more so just a joke because it's like, okay.
Do we really want to?
Yeah.
That was basically what it boiled down to.
That one was a joke. The other one, I don't want to say the exact game for that one, but that one was supposed to be our first 3-way versus. We never got around to recording it.
Because so many things got in the way of it.
Yeah, so many things got in the way of it. We never... Like, we haven't actually sat down and talked about that one in years.
Yeah.
So...
And, like, whenever we bring it up, we just kind of glaze over it and never really talk about it that much.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, there was another 3-way versus we have mentioned in videos before. This one, I wish we kept the original video for, just for the sake of it, because this video was where the whole Shut Up Gator thing came from.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that one's lost to the ages. That was like a... I guess I can't say because I don't know if this verses are going to happen now. But Like, that was going to be like a three-way Mario Odyssey versus. And I remember very distinctly, it was in the Sand Kingdom when he said that. Because,
Yeah.
like, I could not stop laughing for, like, 5 minutes.
That was the origin of the infamous Shut Gator.
Oh, I won a round! Yay!
Woo! But yeah, the infamous Shut Up Gator from very long ago, we barely say it anymore, was all the way from back then.
Shut up, Pancake.
I love Spyro's victory screen, and we're about to see it.
Yeah.
I really wish the cups looked a little different.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Spyro's victory screen has sparks in it. It's so good!
Oh!
Well, with that out of the way, free cups done. Only 8 cups to go.
Yeah, we're ready for math.
Well, with that out of the way, I've been Pancake Man.
Good to hear to you.
If you like this video, make sure to share it with your friends on Discord, Twitter, and Blue Sky. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get out of here. And one more twirl for the audience.
Yeah.